I would like to review the case of how 100 Thieves could have reliably established the setup towards the mountain rake that's going to come up in 1 minute. So let's look at the conditions. In the top side, you have Malphite weak siding. On strong side, you have Azir being the strong side on the bot side because you want to play for Dragon. And currently you have mid prio with Sevier, PoV, and Soraka. And yeah, as it seems like Malphite is just using his weak side timers to establish the vision setups and catching waves back on top lane. So knowing that Dragon is up in 40 seconds, around about 35 seconds, the mid wave that is currently coming out of base now is the wave that you want to be on. So what do you want to achieve with this wave while being grouped? You want to get a mid contest, as you already see on the minimap. You want to put the enemy core on the tower, control the river, mark LeBlanc, not allow her to look for any disgusting flanks, and then basically sit on your vision and look for catches of explosive Malphite R, right? Because this is where Malphite really benefits from being first in the territory, enemy team like not knowing where he is, and then boom, you wanna engage and you wanna clap people, right? So let's look at the conditions. Azir bases, TPs around mid. So the first thing that's really weird to me is why 100 Thieves doesn't contest this 4v4, because they should know that LeBlanc is still hovering around bot side. I still think they can easily get the priority. And the second mistake is that after Malphite clears this wave at 1808, I think he can just walk towards mid. And if he doesn't want to walk, then I would actually want him to TP because Malphite is very needed to be here. So I'm not sure how basic mistakes like this can happen. But basically what happens because of it is that Cloud9's core not only gets the mid priority, on top of that they also allow LeBlanc to flank, as you guys can see. So I don't want to imagine how difficult it is now for 100 Thieves to retake this vision against all the poke that C9 has. So they basically have to face a LeBlanc that they're not seeing at all. LeBlanc can just like perma poke and like be annoying and jump. Then every time they're going to push their setup towards two with the Aussie soldiers or with Civil Boomerang, they have to perma walk into Seri Ws or Ken Qs, and it's just extremely annoying. And then also the Malphite that I previously explained benefits a lot from sitting on the vision and looking for engages. Now has to be grouped with the core to retake the vision, and that makes him lose all the pressure, because if you play Malphite against 5 champions that have flashes and you're just sitting in front of him, you don't feel pressure because you can just flash it, you know, like this situation is so bad for 100 Thieves because they're not only getting outranged, but they also don't have any engage tools, right? And this is basically a result of not playing properly 2 lanes or switching 3 to 2 lanes, dumping their tempo and not contesting midways when they have the potentially stronger push. Even in pro play, like at a high level like this, these situations can happen, and in ERL it happens even more from my coaching experience. So this would be a concept that I would love, or I actually love explaining to you guys, because I think it happens like quite often across all regions. So now we can also take a look at the result, what happens if 100 Thieves doesn't play their conditions right. So as I already explained, like they get like poked all the time. Who here has to use like all his health already to poke. It doesn't get any better. They keep getting poked all the time. And then also C9 is like preparing the flank setup towards 100 Thieves. You could argue in the review, oh, maybe Malphite can mark LeBlanc or can, but the reality is that Malphite is not strong enough to mark anyone. Neither is Azir. Like they just get poked all the time, and that there's nothing that they can do about it. So here, what 100 Thieves should really be doing is not opting into this dragon, but rather play mid tier 1 tower into top side and then establish their vision setup here, because this fight is already lost, right? So yeah, I hope you guys learned something today. And if you guys have like any questions, you can also put it down in the comments, and support is always appreciated. Thank you guys.